Safe can't be in his office. The scouser said he used a meat delivery van as his cover, so he'd only drop at suitable places, restaurants or big pubs that serve food. Now, the only place around here fits his description is the Rise Club.
OK. Well, the club makes sense as a dropping point, but why would Roper leave his money in there, not in his own office? He doesn't own the club.
Albert's in his pocket, and it puts some distance between him and his money in case he ever gets his collar felt.
I suppose his firm looks after the club, so he thinks the safe there is in his own office.
Even more so. According to this bloke, the safe's in a basement office with no windows, one entrance, and the door secured like a bank vault.
How much are we talking here?
At least 60 grand. I really liked the script, and I thought it was really tightly written. I really liked the meeting with Rowan, the way that he did the whole kind of audition and stuff. It felt more like we were sort of shooting a scene for real as opposed to just sat there with a camera on a tripod. So it was really good. He was up and he was filming stuff and moving around and stuff, and that was good. And I just really liked him, and I really liked the part, and I thought it could be a good film. So yeah, I wanted to do it.
I think it's a very original script, and it's kind of got loads of different elements, but it's got a really nice sort of British, refreshing feel to it, on a kind of spin on this whole heist film that you see the Americans do so well, but you know, with all the glitzy glamour and knocking off casinos in Las Vegas, you know, for millions and millions of dollars, whereas this is just about a bunch of young lads who knock off a drug dealer for 60 grand. You know, and it's just something really honest and lovely about their relationship and the loyalty they have towards each other and the bond that you sort of see developing through the film, or they already have, but you see developing stronger through the film, through everything they go through.
Shut up, you dickhead. Read your... Hey up, Harvey.
You sure we're still bickering?
All right. Come sit next to me, pal. Pretty face like yours, 12 months inside. Oh, it must hurt to sit.
Oh, he's had this one from Dempsey.
You thieving little bastard. You know that's my joke.
You should have picked him up in your car.
Don't have a car.
And that's my fault, is it?
Fuck off.
Dodd's funny because he reminds me of a few people I know, and I can't tell you who, because they'll kill me. But he reminds me of a few people I know, because I'm actually from Leeds. And he's the kind of guy who's set in his ways. I mean, he's open-minded, but he's content, you know, with what he's got, which isn't very much, but he's happy with it. And, you know, he likes going down his local pub. He knows the landlord. He chats to him about football, about rugby, about stuff that's going on. He's got his friends around him. He's got, you know, work on, which, you know, not everyone has in the area. So, you know, he's doing okay. You know, he's getting by, as it were. But at the same time, his friends mean everything to him. And so when Harvey comes out of prison with this crackpot plan, he's open to it to a degree. But he has his doubts as well, because it means a huge change, a big risk.
Dempsey is the loyal best mate, and you know, him and Harvey have, you know, spent their lives together. Yeah, and he's a kind of opportunist. So when he hears about this story, he's like, right, I'm taking this. Yeah, he sells fags and knock off booze to old ladies in flats.
He's a good lad. He's one of the lads, really, and he's I think he's quite changed when he comes out of prison. Obviously, that's going to have had a big effect on him. But he's a cocky lad, really, from the estate, you know, and he's confident, and he's ballsy enough to kind of try something like this. So he's very brave, and he's not afraid of risking, you know, potentially going back into prison, potentially getting killed by Roper. So he's he's got a lot of fucking balls.
Charlie's a good person. Charlie's got a short temper. Charlie doesn't follow the crowd, really. He always does his own thing. and you'll know if something's up with him. He'll be the first to kind of show his feelings and emotions towards something.
Iwan plays Dempsey, because Dempsey's a bit of a sort of smart ass, and obviously in the film he's sort of getting knockoff cigarettes and alcohol. Not saying that Iwan dabbles in that at all. He might do. Don't know what he's peddling at the minute, but you know, he's a very smooth talker. Is Iwan? He's very intelligent, very switched on, very confident, and yeah, he's very. I can see him and Dempsey getting on really well. Both very funny characters. Both people who I'd be friends with. You know, Iwan I get on with a great deal, and I think I'd get on with Dempsey pretty well as well. Even when he's been a dick. Dempsey, that is, not Iwan.
They're all exactly like the characters. No, you see elements in each of them. I think that they are quite similar. You know, there are elements, but you need that. But yeah, I don't think, you know, we're all very different to our characters. But I think as soon as we all sat together, we all just clicked into where we felt our character was sort of meant to be within the group. So you get this kind of, you kind of already start acting as soon as you meet each other, and we've all got our defined roles within the group, which every group of mates does have, you know, and yeah, so you kind of really see that straight away.
Luke's very intelligent and very well spoken, like Harvey, and he's kind of got that kind of quietness about him that still has a quiet confidence about him, that is quite I don't know. It's something that he's definitely got that leadership kind of quality, I think, that Harvey has. So that works well.
I don't know, because I've only really known them in this world, so I think it's funny that they've sort of become, in my mind anyway, who the characters really. So I don't know. We've spent, you know, we've obviously spent time in the evenings and stuff, and but yeah, there's definitely similar traits, I think, between them. I think it's very well cast.
Charlie's commitment to work is very similar to Gerard's. You know, Gerard approaches acting in quite an inspiring way, actually. I mean, he's very interesting to watch around a film set, because he just tries to take as much information in as possible. It's very interesting. He's always asking questions of us, of people behind the camera, even if it's about stuff that he knows like the back of his hand. He just likes to hear other people's takes and views on things, which is very interesting. And that was, you know, that makes him a very good actor, very good.